Hi guys, long time no see, right? So I hope you all had the chance to check out my last upload. I have been working with a shaman. Her name is Suman, and she has been helping me over the past few months. I'll say over the last 2.5 months or so, we've had 9 to 11 consecutive weekly healing sessions where she was like focusing on helping me release a lot of heavy stuff. um, like I've told you all, I've been working on myself using Reiki for about 2.5 years now, and there were a few things that I was really struggling to work through on my own. So I've been through a number of things in my life. So it's been really helpful working with her. And over the past few weeks, after each session that I've had with her, I've sort of made like a video diary, if you will. Just like tracking my progress, and it's been really great. So I wanted to share her information with you all, just for any of you that may be struggling on your healing journey, anything that you're having a hard time working through. She can help with so many things, addiction, depression. If you feel like you're suffering from, black magic, or there's so many things. You're suffering from trauma or relationship issues, whatever the case may be, she is very helpful. And she's also a mindset coach. So even if it's just maybe your thoughts that you're struggling with, she can surely help you with that as well. I can't say enough good things about her in my experience. So I really just wanted to kind of share that with you all, because I know her services could benefit the masses. So I hope that everyone is doing well, and that if you are in need of any sort of spiritual healing or guidance or that sort of thing, that you would reach out to her, because she's really great at what she does, and I can guarantee that you will not regret doing so. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a couple of the videos that I recorded over the last few months to this video, as well as her information at the end of the video, and you can also find it in the description box, and I hope that it helps someone. Hi again. So I just wanted to give you guys another quick update about my healing journey. I would consider these updates sort of like a progress report, I would say. And I just do this solely for the purpose of, a lot of times, we want to hear about someone else's experience before we are open to doing things ourselves. Or, it's just like a review of a product, really. For me anyway, that's how I see it. I hope that this would help someone in their journey as well. So I just had today is December 2nd, 2022, and Monday of this week, I just had my 3rd healing session. Technically is my 4th, but like current sessions, consecutive sessions, this would be my 3rd session with her. And I just want to give you guys a little status update. So I've shared with you all, a big part of my healing journey is overcoming addiction. And I can tell you that this past session, I feel, has been the most I'm almost there session. Okay, so I was struggling last week. I think like between week 2 and week 3, it was pretty difficult for me. I could sense and feel the changes, and my mood definitely seemed to be elevated much more than it had previously been prior to the sessions. But I was still kind of struggling with some negative thoughts that I really don't enjoy having. So this past session, I've seen the most change in myself. Like week 2, I saw little changes just in my thought process. I could feel myself like, I want to tell you guys, but I almost don't want to because I don't want to sound like an a-hole or a jerk, you know. But, you know, when people upset you, you can have some pretty, like, negative thoughts about them or whatever have you. Nothing horrible or god-awful, but just not the most positive thoughts, right? Well, after week 2, I noticed that even when someone did upset me, like, my thoughts in regards to whatever had just taken place, like the disagreement or whatever, they were much more pleasant and positive. I'll just put it that way. And then with week 3, my shaman is the goat. I'm not kidding. Okay. Okay, so week 3, I can't say I've had one negative thought. And I'm dealing with a lot right now. I just lost a loved one, and as you can see, the scenery is quite different than what it's previously been, and that's because I'm out of town helping clean out that loved one's home. And there have been visitors and people that come by, you know, to give their condolences and just to try and help and see if there's anything they can do to be of support to my family, which has been great. But of course, at the same time, when dealing with lots of people, you're dealing with lots of energies, and typically I don't necessarily do so well with dealing with other people. I love people, but I tend to isolate myself because they frustrate me so much. So, and I've been dealing with that even in this process. And the way that I've coped and handled dealing with just different personality types, oh my gosh, it is so much different than what it used to be. It is so much different than what it used to be. I cannot, like, stress that enough, and I'm not exaggerating, not one single bit. Like, it's unbelievable, to be quite honest. I'm sure that my family sees the difference in me, and it's refreshing, because the things that used to just, like, really get under my skin and quite possibly make me, like, match someone's energy if I felt like it was not pleasant. I have no desire to match anyone's unpleasant energy at this point. My only desire is to just be okay with people being just whoever they are, whether I like it or not. And then in the past, I guess would, like, almost like impose or force my beliefs or my way upon others, and you can't really do that in life. I know that's not fair. Even though I am a fair and balanced person, you still have to let people be who they are, right? And since session 3, I can say I am really being able to accept that, embrace that, and be okay with that, where even energies that are a little more aggressive in nature, I'm not allowing them to get to me in the way that I used to. And I cannot give credit to anyone but my shaman, Suman. I'm being 100% honest about this, because I've worked at it. I told you guys on my healing journey for a very long time, and there were things that did improve about me. I could see that for certain with Reiki, but there were also things about me that my stubborn mind just would not accept, if that's the right way to put it. And I'm learning how not to do that anymore. And it feels really, really good. I mean, oh, and like I told you guys, so one of the big parts of my healing journey is overcoming addiction, because I smoke. I'm a heavy marijuana smoker. I mean, like, I probably on a regular day would smoke 5 to 7 times in one day. I mean, I would smoke a lot. And most often it was just to cope with different energies that either drained me, aggravated me, made me depressed, or whatever have you. It was just like, that was a coping mechanism for me, and I knew that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking, but I also don't think it's a good thing to be dependent upon anything other than yourself, really, to have a good day. You know what I mean? So that's why my healing has been super important to me. And outside of that, when you smoke as much as I do, it gets to be quite expensive. I'm just knowing I could save a lot of money and do much better things with my money than smoke it all up. So this has been great. Like, week 3, I see the light. I see the light just like you see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know? So I'm so happy about it, so thankful. And this is in the process of grieving. So I know that it's helping me, you know, not just overcome addiction, but just helping me be emotionally balanced in accepting life as it is. So it's been great. It's been a great experience, and I would highly encourage anyone on the fence about it, or, you know, kind of skeptical, just go for it, because the impact that it will have on your life, I sometimes kind of struggle to put in words, because before I make these videos, I do sit and like try and think of the most important parts for me that have helped me the most. So if anyone else is to see this video, they can kind of relate and be like, oh, well, this could probably help me with this aspect of my life, or this aspect of my life, or anything like that. So that's the goal with these like healing journey progress reports, is just to help others see that, you know, if you believe that you can be healed, you like without a doubt can be. And you may need the assistance of a shaman. That's okay. Don't let your pride get in the way. Take the help if it's offered to you, because it was offered to me, and I accepted, and I cannot say how happy and thankful that I am that I did. And also, last thing, I haven't smoked in like 4 or 5 days. And for somebody that smokes like at least at minimum 5 times a day, that is a big deal. And I can't tell you how much money I've saved. So there's that. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I have a few more sessions in the upcoming weeks, so I'll continue to give you guys little progress reports in the hopes that it may help someone else. So until we meet again. Hello again. Today is December 15th, 2022, and I just recently had my 6th healing session with Suman, and that session took place on December 13th, and I still feel great. The best way I guess I could think to like really put it into words, the biggest change that I've noticed within the past maybe session or 2 Even though I'm noticing changes overall from everything. But being that you do a session a week at a time, it does kind of give you a little time to observe yourself and your thoughts and notice any changes that might be taking place. And I am always noticing everything, the good and the bad, but it's only been good, to be honest. I'm saying I notice the good and bad in myself and other people all the time, and I don't necessarily like that. But I can't help it. But anyway, I've just been a lot less in my head. I used to live in my head. I mean, live in my head. And there's some people that probably have no idea what I even mean by that, and others that know exactly what I mean by that. But it's like I would always be in contemplation. I'd always be conflicted because of always being in contemplation, because it does become a thing of like when you think about something too much, then you overthink it and then overanalyze and overreact and all of those things that just are not that enjoyable, not for you or the person on the receiving end of, you know, your feelings, your thoughts, or whatever have you. But that's one huge change that I've had. I used to spend a lot of time telling myself things that just were not healthy. No matter how you looked at it, it wasn't healthy. It wasn't helping anyone. It definitely wasn't helping me. It may have been helping someone that didn't care for me because I'm my own harshest critic, you know, so I could be really, really hard on myself. Like my own worst enemy a lot of the times. And I just don't see that happening as of lately. My thoughts, I have been more in control of than ever before. And it's so hard to put in words when things just change, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to put in words. I don't know. It's just the healing, Suman's, her talent, you know, how gifted she is at what she does, and probably how much faith you may have in that person or whatever they're doing. But I have a lot of faith in her, and I'm so happy that I do, because I couldn't have done these things on my own. I couldn't have done these things on my own. And I definitely have been putting out my call to the universe, asking for help for months. Because I was just really struggling with my thoughts. And that's why in maybe like my second video that I did for you all, I was saying how wonderful it had been to get reconnected with Suman, because initially when I became aware of who she was and what her services were, I was a little apprehensive, and I had been through a lot, and so I was just very nervous of like if I could trust this person, even though she really doesn't have anything to gain from help healing the next person. I know it's a job for her like it is for anyone else, but for it to be something that she, you know, she was doing for bad intentions, she doesn't have a whole lot to gain from it.